Very good morning, everyone. In the previous class, we studied how to make or construct bisector of an angle. Now we'll solve one question of exercise 11.1. That is the first question which says construct an angle of 90 degree at the initial point of a given ray and justify the construction. So justification is not that difficult once we construct it. So justification is very easy. So as the question says, construct an angle of 90 degree at the initial point of a given ray. Initial means starting point of a given ray, and we have to justify the construction, how it is to be constructed. So let us start. So we have one line, we have considered it as AB. So we have this line AB. Let me explain the steps verbally, then we will be doing it with the practical work. So while constructing an angle, everybody knows how to construct an angle of 90 degree. So first you have to make an arc here by taking A as the center, and whenever an arc would be considered with the same radius, whatever radius you are taking here, with the same radius you have to mark two arcs. So let us start. So I have taken the radius. So we have this radius here. So let us make an arc. This is the arc being made here by taking A as the center and some radius. Whatever radius you want to take, you can take, and you have to construct an arc. Okay. Arc is been made. Now let us mark this as this E. This as E. Now E, we have marked this point as E. Now with the same radius here, with the same radius, you did not need to change the distance or the measurement you have taken on the compass. Now mark E as the center and make a arc here, and make this as center and mark the arc here. Now let us mark this as E and this as F. This is E and this is F. Now in this while, every time we did the distance, the measurement of the compass was same, you did not need to change the measurement of the compass. Now from E, make an arc here, and from F, make an arc here. Let the meeting point be known as G. Now join A and G here. Now we have joined the angle AG. So this is our 90 degree angle. Very simple. What we did here was, I'll explain it again. We took the compass with the same measurement of the radius, any radius you take. Now by taking A as the center, mark an arc. Now we mark that point as C. Earlier I took it as E, but we have to take it as C or whatever you need. After that, with the same radius, take C as the center and then mark. Again, taking E as the center, mark one arc. Now, with the same radius, you did not need to change the measurement of the compass. I'm explaining, I'm saying it again and again. After that, taking E as the center, mark an arc outside this circle, and taking F as the circle, mark an arc outside. Now mark that point as G, and we have to join A and G. It is of 90-degree angle. This is clear. Now we'll do the justification of this. Okay, now what we need to do here is we have to join AE. Where is AE here? We have AE here, and we have to join CE, FG and GE. Let's join them. So here we have joined A with E, C with E, F with G, G with E, and A with F2. Now what we need to do is we have to justify, we have to prove that angle GAC or CAG is of 90 degree, because in justification we try to prove a construction that we have constructed a 90-degree angle and whatever is present before us is of 90 degree. So let's start. See, now here we have AC, we took it as the radius, and CE because this is the chord, and AE because this is a radius. What we did was, I already told you, the difference of the measurement of the compass was not changed. So AE will be equal to CE will be equal to AC. Means we'll have AC equals to CE equals to AE by construction, because we constructed this thing. So these all three sides are equal. Now when all the three sides are equal, it is an equilateral triangle. So our triangle ACE is an equilateral triangle. Now what is the property of equilateral triangle? That all the angles are of 60 degree. So now triangle ACE is an equilateral triangle. It is an equilateral triangle. Now angle CAE. CAE is of 60 degree because every angle is of 60 degree. So angle CAE equals to 60 degree angle. Now this was an equilateral triangle. So FEA will also is an equilateral triangle. Why? Because the thing we constructed this side is also constructed this side. So sides AF is equals to AE equals to FE. So this is also an equilateral triangle and this is also an equilateral triangle. So angle AEF is also of 60 degree angle. So angle AEF is equals to 60 degree angle. And now in the chapter angles, we studied that if alternate angles are equal, so two lines are parallel to each other. It means now FEA and CAE, these two angles are alternate angles, and if alternate angles are equal, this means that two lines are parallel to each other. So we have lines. Which are the two lines between which these angles are made? Lines FE and AC. So we have lines FE parallel to AC. Because alternate angles are equal, it means these two lines are parallel to each other. Now also FG is equals to EG, because we took the equal distance from both the sides. It means FG is also equals to EG. So this is the perpendicular bisector. Why this is perpendicular bisector? These two lines are equal and these two lines are also parallel. It means this is bisecting this one, and perpendicular bisect means dividing into two equal part. The whole line was of 180 degree. So bisector means dividing into angles of 90 and 90 degree. So angle GAB or this one GIE, let us consider it as I. So angle GIE will be of 90 degree angle. So this is of 90 degree angle and this is also of 90 degree angle. Hence justification is made that angle GAB is of 90 degree angle. So the rest we will be doing in the next class. Thank you and have a nice day.